Well, welcome to another midweek food review down here at a place called Newton Aycliffe, a place I know very well. Behind us we've got the Newton Aycliffe Premier Inn, and like a lot of these Premier Inns, they do have an attached food chain. In this case we've got a Hungry Horse, and I'm going to go in there today and I'm going to have a 2-course dinner. It's about 2 hours past my dinner time, so talking about a Hungry Horse, that's exactly what I am. The Hungry Horse is based in a pub called the Gretna Green. Very, very famous in these parts. Newton Aycliffe itself is a new town. It was built in the early 1950s, and Gretna Green has been here since then. Over the years it's been a pub, it's been a wedding venue, it's been a nightclub, it's been a restaurant, and now it's a Hungry Horse. Anyway, let's go in, let's see what the staff's like, let's get a table, let's get a menu, let's order a drink, purely medicinal, let's order some food, and let's see what it's like. Why not come along with us? Well, unfortunately I've had to come and sit outside. We've got copyrighted music playing very, very loud inside. So, luckily it's a nice day. Unfortunately we're sat next to a main road and we've got a kids play area in front of us. Thankfully, nobody on it yet. So I put my order in, and today it's Thursday, and every day they tend to have different offers on. So you can pick an offer to suit yourself. I like the sound of the Thursday offer, which was if you pick a main meal, you can have a dessert or a starter if you prefer for £1, which to me sounds very, very good. Not as good as it initially sounds, because you've got to have a big main meal. So I've missed out my dinner, and I'm going to miss out my tea tonight, because I'm assuming what I'm going to get today will cover both of them. We've got the no gluten containing menu, and this is absolutely excellent here. They do a completely separate menu from the main menu, so if you're gluten like Mrs. Metalman is, this is your. So no chance at all of getting muddled up or mixed up. So many places nowadays they'll just give you one menu and they'll stick on abbreviated terms, V, VG. As far as I'm concerned, this is excellent, having a separate menu. What's not so good, I just picked up the cutlery, and not very clean at all. What is good is the selection of food that you do have here. So what I've gone for is the Epic Chicken New Yorker. A large portion of roast chicken breasts, topped with smoky streaky bacon, melted cheese, a Texan barbecue sauce, served with fries, onion rings, coleslaw and peas. And this is what we've got. I could have done without the peas, to be honest, but that's my fault. Not a big peas fan, but plenty of chips, onion rings, a nice coleslaw, and that's the large portion of roast chicken breasts. Anyway, let's see what it's like. Cheers. So, it looks quite nice. Let's see what it actually tastes like. first thing I noticed straight away. The chicken is a bit stringy, a bit chewy to be quite honest. So let's try another bite. The other thing I'm noticing, it's difficult to cut. I mean, it looks nice and white inside. Let's try some chips. I mean, the chips are alright. Standard chips that you get in these type of establishments. Not homemade, nothing like that. I know I'm sitting outside, but it's cooling down very quickly, not particularly hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my coleslaw over the chicken. Just see if that helps to tenderise it a bit, because it's not the most succulent or moist I've ever tasted before. The peas, I'm not a peas fan anyway. I wouldn't normally eat them, but to be quite honest, they don't look that appetising. Anyway, let's continue on. Got the coleslaw on this time. I mean, coleslaw's okay, but it's just the fact the chicken is dry. It's not succulent. It's difficult to cut. It's a bit chewy. I would have preferred a bit more barbecue sauce on it. The other problem is you can't help but compare it to when I was at the Borge restaurant in Stockton-on-Tees, when I had the world's best chicken parmo, and that was superb. You cannot help compare the chicken there to the chicken here, unfortunately, and this pales in comparison, does it not? Thankfully, I'm hungry, so I'm going to continue eating. Let's try one of the onion rings. Well, the onion rings are exactly like I like them. Quite soft, not too crispy. And again, I know I'm sitting outside, but they have cooled right down to the point they're almost cold. So we've got the mixed berry crumble with custard. So obviously blackberries and apple. And let's see what this is like. Nothing really wrong with this. Custard is a bit bland, not very creamy. But one thing I noticed straight away, it's not very warm. Again, I know I'm outside, but it's just been here a couple of seconds. Very cool. And already you can see the custard start there. But quite a decent plateful. Apologies about the background noise. We are set next to a road, and we've got roadworks about 100 yards behind us. So nothing wrong with the dessert. Be nice if it was a bit more warmer, and the custard a bit more creamier for me. As regards quantity, especially for £1, you cannot complain. That is very good value. Very good value indeed. So, nice empty plate. The unfortunate thing was that by the time I got the last bite, it was almost cold. What a shame. So, Hungry Horse, what did you think? I know what I thought. A bit on the disappointing side, to be quite honest. Having said that, it all depends on your expectations. For what it was, for what I expected, I think I got exactly what I did expect I'd get. It was decent, it was wholesome, nothing out of the ordinary, almost fast food. By the time I put my order in, sat at my table, literally within about 4 minutes, my main course was put down in front of us. And as regards the main course, the chicken was tough, really tough. It's obviously just been warmed up, so it was tough, it was stringy, it was chewy. There wasn't enough barbecue sauce on it. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that much more, to be fair. The fries, the onion rings, again, quickly warmed up. Nothing fancy, nothing homemade, nothing home cooked. But again, in these type of fast food establishments, that's exactly what you expect. Price, initially you think, hey, that's not bad. An offer on a main course and a dessert or a starter for £1. That is good value, but you are limited to the really big meals, which obviously cost more money. When you look at it, it's not as good a deal as you initially thought it was going to be. So the total cost was £16 4 It was £12.79 for the main course and crumble, and £3.25 for a pint of blackcurrant and lemonade. When will I ever learn about soft drinks in a pub? Next time I'll bring me own. Yeah, cheapskate, I know. The dessert was fine. There was nothing really wrong with it. I would love the custard to be a lot more creamy. It felt like it was just out of a packet. And again, you don't expect homemade custard, but I'll tell you something, that really would have lifted it if it had been. But altogether, it was a decent plateful, and when you consider you're only paying £1 for that, you cannot really complain. So for me, it was exactly what I was expecting. The cutlery is always a disappointment when it's not clean. Because of the road works, there's a road blocked off, so they're getting very, very limited trade here. So they've got plenty of time to check on what I consider the basics. Is that cutlery clean? In that case, no, it wasn't. Staff friendly enough, chatty enough, so no complaints at all with the staff. That's what I thought of the Hungry Horse. Have you been in a Hungry Horse before? Did you have a better experience? Did you have a worse experience? I'd be very interested to hear. Max out of 10. For me, it's got to be a 6.5 out of 10. Good, wholesome food. A decent setting. I know I was sat outside. Inside is a lot more comfortable. On one side they have the attached children's play area. The other side they have games machines and also a pool table as well. But if you want wholesome food, you're not that bothered about spotlessly clean cutlery, food that's not too overpriced, with quite a few options on different days. You might want to consider the Gretna Green down at Newton Aycliffe as a place to come to eat, or one of the many Hungry Horses all over the country. But if you enjoyed the video, really would appreciate a big thumbs up. And every Wednesday at 7 o'clock I'll be putting up a brand new food review. So if you like that type of thing, click on the subscribe button. But every Sunday at 2 o'clock I also put up another video, and it's all about the outdoors, hiking in the outdoors, hiking over the Lake District, climbing the Wainwrights, hiking in Northumberland, the North York Moors, the Yorkshire Dales. If you enjoy anything like that, click on that subscribe button. One other thing I'll tell you why I'm on, it won't be too long before I am back out again. Cheers.